When you do the 6 tasks of external independent testing, zno, there are 5 questions, and one of them is usually of general character. It deals with the whole text. It covers all the aspects of the text. The main idea, the most general about the text. What is the text in general about? Then there is one of the questions that is negative. So you must find 3 letters A, B, C, D that are given in the text, and one of them will be negative, that is not given in the text. As usually, A, B, C, D in all other questions have such a kind of character. One of the answers is absolutely false, so it's not given in the text. It's not mentioned, and it's either negative, it has opposite meaning. Then 2 answers are very similar between them. For example, in the text about money that are given to pupils to study better by parents, in question B, it was told that parents give the money before the exam or before the test, and in answer D, it is said that the pupils got the money after the test, when they got the results, that after positive result of the text. And one of the questions, like C, was negative, and A was absolutely right, positive, that was just fully described in the text. Then these questions are usually in the way that are given, in the order that are given in the text. And also you must pay attention to keywords in the question and find very similar answers in the text. For example, in the question you can have the word visitor of the concert, of the sports event, and in the text you can have a synonym of it. It's not necessarily the word visitor. For example, it can be spectators or viewers, synonym to visitors, and it's opposite to participants and competitors, for example. So when you choose between them, you must find if it is the person that is a sportsman who takes part in the sports event, or it is just a viewer who came to cheer the sportsman up and to enjoy the sports event. And also one of the aspects, when you see the questions, imagine that you are the author of this text and you just answer this question, or you imagine that you don't have letters A, B, C, D, and be ready to answer these questions just separately from the options A, B, C, D. For example, this man, and there is the name is, and just continue the sentence. So it can be either continue the sentence or just answer. What conclusion does the writer come to, and just make your full answer, or what does not happen during the ceremony, for example. And remember the things that happened, so the thing that is not happened will be just the letters, one of them A, B, C, D, when you see them. So just make notes and memorize. Also make notes when you see something like epithet or metaphor or something, or that you consider that in the text there can be a synonym. For example, if you see the word the Big Apple, you just have in your mind that this is New York, and in the question or just on the field in the draft paper you can write just in front of or near the Big Apple, you write New York, just for yourself to remember. I want to emphasize once again that you start with the title of the text, and if there is no title, it means that the information is given throughout the text, and that's why I read the whole first paragraph. As usually, you find out the meaning just from the very first sentence, and in the main paragraph, in the first paragraph, you get the main idea of the text already. Also read every first sentence of the passage and very important. It's very important that you read the final passage, the final paragraph, and especially the first and the last sentences. But the final paragraph is important because it gives the whole information of the text. It sums up. And as usual, when you look through the text, pay attention to numbers, proper names written with capital letters, work in italics, in the bold, if there is any picture or not, and in the quotation marks, as well as if it is a number, it can be a date, a year, length, depth, width, a number of people, number of kilograms or other quantifiers, quantities. So pay attention what it is. Also pay attention to pronouns and like personal pronouns or demonstrative pronouns, and you must remember what they denote. For example, if it is it is personal or impersonal. If it is this, what does it denote? What does it specify? What does it show? And instead of this pronoun, you must have in your mind what idea is meant by it. And dear graduate, school leaver, I also want to pay attention that when you have done the whole task, when you chose all the letters, don't miss any gap, so at least write any letter. And check yourself, because you can find out yourself. You don't need to wait for someone else to correct you, and you can find some misprints or some other letters that you forgot to cross out. And when you read for the first time, you can write all the letters that you consider just appropriate in this gap. When you read for the second time, you leave only one letter. So pay attention to this. Be reasonable, concentrate.